This is our mess here over at Black Cat Industries, trying to fabricate some stuff. Yeah, we had this project tonight, modify this sump for this liquid ring pump we have installation going on over at Callaway Golf Ball, the Callaway Golf Ball. So anyways, I'm going to show you here what we have going on. This compressor right here was this little guy that was meant for my garage, but when we moved into this shop, we needed something with air and for air. And it's a good pump. It's a Quincy QR 25, right? QR 25, small one, 210, 1.5 horsepower. You see some goofy stuff on there, like this check valve is trying to make it start and stop using the unloader. But anyways, that's going to my garage. So we were on the hunt for a compressor for a while, and I couldn't really make up my mind what I wanted. Just something to use to get us through because we have a bunch of projects coming up. So what I ended up with is over here. I wheeled it over here. I put it on a skid. Was a Hydrovane. I'm not sure anything about it except for that I know what it is for a pump. It's a vane pump, and I know that it's variable speed, which I didn't realize until I got there. So not bad for the money, right in my price range. The other option was a QR25 Quincy 5120 pump, which was a 2-stage, same horsepower, but since we don't need 25 horsepower, because you see the robots in the screw mill, the screw machine and all that stuff isn't here yet. So I hate to have so much horsepower when really all I do is fabrication, light fabrication, painting, and outside that door we do some automotive repair work. And inside, this is right here is our rebuild spot for hydraulic machinery. Sorry for the garbage. Our dumpster is completely full. But so not a lot of air, but when we do need air, we need about 15 horsepower. So this is a 20 kilowatt Hydrovane, variable speed. And so big difference. This is my old duplex tank. I have it plumbed into. My father, works for a seller distributor. Customer was tossing that. He legitimately asked if he could have it. He has it. So that's a SM, maybe 70 CFM. It's a little, doesn't do the full flow of this compressor, but it does do the flow of the shop. So this will be a wet tank, which this came with an auto drain right here that I'm going to put over there, and it'll keep that drain clean. So right now we just have it coming out of the tank through this hose, through this large desiccant single point of use filter into my little particulate filter, then through our 1/2-inch hose. And then there's some garbage over there that we have. So when we bring it outside, we can use multiple air tools on it. It's not really ideal. This right here is supposed to be the paint booth. As you can kind of see, there's supposed to be a wall that goes here, and then open, and then here, and then that's our exhaust and whatnot. So this, anyways, so this is our Hydrovane. So 40 volt, had to run over and get a transformer this past week. Locally, I found a transformer that a guy sells ovens, and with a lot of ovens comes transformers. So yeah, I got a 75 kVA transformer for $450, so not bad. This obviously is not 75 kVA. This is about 30 kVA, I think, if I remember doing the math right. I don't know. We were looking at lots of stuff. So anyways, we get it wired in over here. It's just some temporary wiring before anybody goes crazy. Just wanted to test it. EMT goes in up there, and I'll run over to the transformer. But so we get this and we turn it on, and the thing fires right up, right? No problems. Except now the only problem is when we go to The gauge pressure, when we get to unloading, it unloads and it maintains high RPM. And so my theory was it didn't either know the air pressure or the air pressure signal wasn't working. So the transducer is right here. The transducer at pressure across the contacts is some wild, stupid number. Not anything where near it's supposed to be. If you do the math, it's supposed to be about 1 kilo ohm of resistance because it's a simple 4 to 20 milliamp 2-wire pressure transducer. So I lift the top up and you can see my fix for now is 2 transistors in series. So I found the wiring print was glued to the back up there, and then down here I found where the wires go right here, and I did the math, and at 20 milliamp at 24 volts it should be about 1.2 k ohms. So I didn't have any resistors, radio shack's closed, so what did I do? I scrapped out a CNC machine months ago, and in it was these boards like this that don't really sell well. The drives sell great, but these stupid little power supply boards you get maybe a few bucks from. So on it I found that mark there and that mark there. 2 resistors that total valued maybe 800 ohms, 900 ohms. And I figured since the pressure transducer is up to 16 bar, which is way above the pressure of the system, I just shot for the highest resistance value within that range that we had, which was 900 should be good. So I put this in. This is the transducer wires here. I jumped it with some cord, wrapped these in series, and then this goes to the drive behind this face right there. Very simple. Not very complicated, not like more modern compressors that have all different types of fancy controls and all that. So with that being said, close this unit here and we'll fire it up. No lights, disconnects on, and you can hear how it's running. So we'll stop it. We'll stop it before it fills up, so you can see it running loaded. And we'll go grab a screwdriver real quick, and we'll disconnect the resistor jumper. So I did the math with the amperage. This currently gives it, drops it down to 10.5 horsepower, so I assume that's the lowest that's unloading horsepower, and or unloading / low demand, no demand horsepower. And then top speed, you can hear the difference. This is all 25 horsepower. That's if I plug it in while it's running, which I try not to do because it ramps up and down the compressor. So but anyways, yeah, so that's it. That's my 10.5 to 25 horsepower compressor. Normally they do run 50% capacity when they're at the lowest speed. Some of the other compressors don't run quite as low. Some of them are more like 30% of rated capacity, but here, let me put this down for a second. But I try to, you know, if you're gonna get variable speed, you might as well get something that runs all the way down to the. So now if we start it up here, nice and slow, it's up to pressure, so it won't build any more air. Well, it may build a little bit. It doesn't sound like it's unloaded yet. I believe it unloads at 130. I know the 600-pound gauge is overkill, but at the time, that's all I had. No, that looks like it's unloaded, so. Anyways, my dad's gonna get me a new transducer because I would like to use it as it's supposed to be, but for now, since we don't use a lot of horsepower, I guess it's fine. We jump it out anyway, so. Anyways, that's my Hydrovane variable speed compressor. Used compressor, used to me. So, new to me, used to everybody else. And any questions, feel free to ask about this if you have the same unit or have any questions in regards to VFD controlled compressor.